Hey guys, it's Sandro here, and in today's video I'm going to be going through the steps and methods used to properly prepare and apply a windscreen or windshield coating. Now there's lots of different products that can be used to do this, so you don't need to use exactly what I'm using here, but as per usual I'll have the products used in this video listed in the description box. You want to start off by washing the car or at least the glass to remove any dust or dirt. And ideally using a pure strip car wash detergent that's going to have a better cleaning ability and that also contains no additives or enhancers that can compromise this preparation step. Next is making sure that the glass has no environmental fallout or any other bonded particles. If so, you should really use some automotive clay with a clay lubricant to lift, dislodge and remove those bonded particles. You can either use traditional or synthetic clay, which I'm using here, but I'd also advise against using many standard clay lubricants such as quick detailers or waterless wash products, as they do tend to leave certain polymers on the surface which you want to avoid. So you can either use just your car wash soap or something like Lube that won't leave any interfering polymers or additives behind. After a rinse and a dry, the last step here is to use an isopropyl alcohol based cleaner or IPA mix to pick up and remove any lingering residue. So in essence, the goal here is to have the glass completely clean and bare, which is also the reason why you want to avoid using car wash soaps or clay lubricants that can leave hard to remove polymers behind. The next step is giving the glass a polish. As important and necessary as the prior steps are, it's really using fine polishing abrasives that are going to cut through that stubborn film of grime, as well as remove any prior sealant or coating that's on the glass. You can do this by hand by using a variety of different polishes or compounds, but a microfiber hand applicator and just a standard polish should work very well in my experience. Start by spreading the polish into about a quarter of the windscreen and then really concentrate on the edges of the glass to start with, as they tend to accumulate more grime and water spots. And after that, you can finish off the rest of the glass. Apart from correcting car paint, a pure car polish and compound has a fantastic cleaning ability, and that's really what it's being used here to do: give the glass a super clean. And when working by hand, you do need to use some good elbow grease, and don't be afraid to use some decent pressure and really work that polish in quite thoroughly. I should also mention that some specific glass polishes aren't really polishes at all, but are actually sealants with mold cleaning abilities, which you should try to avoid before applying a windscreen coating, as they won't allow the coating to effectively bond to the glass. Just use a standard, true and pure paint polish or compound, as it won't leave anything behind that will interfere with the coating's application. If you do have machine polishers, this step is far quicker and easier, but otherwise it's really the same process. Do your edge work on the glass first and then finish up with the rest of it. Also worth mentioning, glass is extremely hard compared to paint. So unless you're using extremely coarse compounds or pads, you really don't have to worry about creating any haze or compounding marring, as glass is very forgiving to polish and almost always finishes perfectly. The final point I'll make here is that you should be able to remove water spots in this process, and even perhaps some very fine swirls, but more significant swirls and scratches are extremely difficult to remove on glass without the use of more specialized diamond cutting discs and some experience. So this isn't about removing scratches, it's all about preparing the glass in order for it to have a good, strong bond with the coating. Your last step prior to coating is a good, thorough IPA wipe down. And if you've performed the prior steps correctly, the glass should feel very grippy, and you should also hear it streak, which is a fantastic sign that the glass is completely clean, bare, and ready for a ceramic windscreen coating. Now, you should always follow the manufacturer's directions when applying a specific glass coating, but this general method and technique should work quite well for a variety of true ceramic glass coatings. Divide the windscreen into quarters and start by applying a bead of product on your applicator. Dab it into your section and then moving a little quicker than you would with a paint ceramic coating, do 3 to 4 horizontal and vertical overlapping lines in your first quarter of the windscreen. Apply another bead of product on your applicator and repeat this process immediately, and then once again do a third sequential application. After that, don't apply any more product to your applicator, but rather just work your applicator over the coating to try and level it down as much as possible, removing as many of the streaks as you can. In many cases, you may not be able to completely get the coating streak free at this point, so your last step is just to minimally level down any last streaks with the coating using a clean, short pile microfiber cloth to achieve a perfect streak-free finish. Then it's just a matter of repeating that very same process on the remaining 3/4 of the glass. A few more points I can add is that most glass coatings flash not only instantly, but super quick. So it's important that you try and work a little quicker with them than you would with a typical paint coating. And the fact that they tend to flash and cure so much faster tends to be the reason why you can and should layer them almost instantly. Now, my advice would be to do at least 2, if not 3 layers on the front windscreen, as in my experience, 3 layers will tend to last just as long as 1 layer placed on the side or rear glass. So on the rest of the vehicle's glass, you would use the same process, but just stick to doing 1 layer instead. You'll also see that once I finish the windscreen, I then use my applicator to wipe down the windscreen wiper rubbers to also give them a quick coating. Apart from that, try to keep the wipers off the glass or rolling the windows up and down for at least 6 hours. But within about 12 hours, the coating should be cured enough to use the car as normal, and within a couple of days, it should be fully cured. The added benefit of a high-performing glass coating is that at normal driving speeds in the wet, you may not even need to use your wipers, as its extremely hydrophobic nature should propel the water droplets right off. And in most cases, if you've done a good job at preparing and applying a quality glass coating, it should last at least a good year or 2. As always, I really hope you guys enjoyed and found this video useful. Please share this video, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel to show your support for this content, and I'll see you guys soon.